is Luca, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we are back in my forever save file, and we're going to be building an apartment. We are, of course, in San Myshuno in the Spice District. This is my favorite area in San Myshuno, by the way. One of my favorite areas, honestly, in The Sims 4. It's fall, it's autumnal, it's beautiful. Can we just appreciate how beautiful it looks in the fall? Now, I have some terrain and texture overrides, which will be linked in the description, but look at how pretty. Oh my goodness. But we're not here for that today. We're here to build an apartment. We're at 2B Jasmine Suites, and these apartments are so big. Like, can we talk about how tall these walls are, how big and spacious they are? But this is perfect for a family apartment. It's going to be pretty realistic. I do have a family in mind here, already set up and ready to go. There is lore, there is backstories. We're going to be talking about that while we do this build. Which, before we get into the build, I just want to say a huge thank you to the Creator Network for supporting the channel. If you are going to be purchasing any Sims 4 DLC, please consider using my creator code luccaowens at checkout. I receive a small commission based off of that sale, and it really helps me out. Thank you all so much for using my code, and a big thanks to EA for supporting the channel. Let's just get into it. Let's just get started. First off, meet the Clarks. They are a pretty normal little family. It is a mom. Her name is Nola. And then there are her two, children here. They are adults. There is Chandler and Ashlin. They are both adults. Chandler is an adult. Ashlin is a young adult. They have been going through a lot of changes in their lives recently. Basically, in a nutshell, in my forever save file, I did create Michael Batchelor, which is Bella Goth's brother, and Ashlyn is Michael Batchelor's ex-girlfriend. And I decided that, they had a child together and everything. Blake decided the daughter decided to stay with her dad. And so Ashlyn was like, you know what? I need to take this time to restart my life. Her brother Chandler also was experiencing some issues. He had a band that broke up, and then he's dealing with all of that. And then Nola she is a widow. She definitely has been dealing with some stuff recently. And so they all just decided to move to a new apartment together and start their lives over. Nola is very nosy and very into people's business, but she means well. And Ashlyn is very much so she's like a vegan. She's very into wellness. She wants to start her own spa, stuff like that. And Chandler is really into music. I kind of want him to get into teaching, maybe, because maybe he really loves music on that level. And so, yeah, I moved them here to the beautiful, beautiful San Myshuno because they just wanted to start fresh. They wanted a fresh, clean start. And I thought, what better way to do that than to build an apartment? All right, so there's the floor plan. We've got 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom right here. And this is a little hallway entry. And then we've got a great room kind of area. I know I don't really like open concepts, but in apartments it makes sense because apartments are usually quite small and a little bit fiddly to work with. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get started on this living room here. I wanted to use this couch because there's just something about this vibe that looks really, really pretty. And I want this apartment to feel a little bit autumnal. It doesn't have to be super over the top fall themed, but I like using these really rich wood tones. You know me, I love that. And I want this apartment to feel pretty fresh, but I still want it to feel like 3 people just moved in together. Nola here is very excited, honestly, that her children are back home because she missed them. And to be honest, she's very much so a nosy person. They call her Nosy Nola. I thought that was kind of funny. And she loves getting involved into people's lives, but not because she's trying to get dirt on people. No. She just likes being there, Ooh, this is a pretty set. And let's see, the rug that I want to use is definitely going to be the rug from City Living. It's beautiful. Honestly, we've been using it for years because it's so good. That is so pretty though. Oh my goodness. I think I was just going to put a small TV in here. Honestly, I kind of like the idea of them having this old TV. They don't really watch TV at all. Maybe they've had this for a really long time. They just put it on every now and then to, maybe watch something together, but they're not really TV people. They're music people probably. And then let's see, the kitchen table. I'm actually going to use this one from Get Together. I thought that was a nice kind of combo there. And then the chairs are going to be, I was going to use these. I really like these. You know me. I like to plan out my builds a little bit, but I low-key want to use like a yellow chair. Ooh, the yellow with that and that is kind of fun. Maybe we'll like mismatch them. Or do we want to use these? I kind of like the orange more. It's kind of fun and quirky. Do we want to put a rug underneath the dining table? I'm gonna say no. I don't really like that myself, to be honest. I feel like in real life, you don't really want that. I'm never really sure what to put in these apartments for curtains because, like, I'm going to be honest, placing curtains down on these windows is a pain in the butt because how do you do that for a bay window? Because curtains are kind of weirdly shaped. So I kind of want to do just these blinds. I don't know if that really looks that good, to be honest, but for this space, it's what they got. And the flooring, what kind of flooring do I want to use? If you see me looking over at my second screen, I have like some ideas that I pulled out earlier. I think I'm literally just going to use maybe like this flooring just because it reminds me low key of flooring that you would see in like rentals because it's just a very simple like vinyl flooring. I want to change these like colors of these blinds here to a different swatch because I feel like that would look good. And then the wall, I think I'm going to use probably just a pretty normal wallpaper. I don't know. I kind of like this purely because it like is giving apartment vibes, but then the flooring doesn't look that good. So maybe the color of the flooring should change a little bit. Ooh, I kind of like that. You know, I don't necessarily want this to be like super like, I don't want it to be like a grungy apartment. I still want it to be very cozy and like nice, but I feel like this kind of dates it a little bit in a good way. Let's see. I'm going to add in like a little sunflowery bit maybe. The sunflowers are so pretty this time of year, honestly, with the fall vibes. I do think we need like a light here probably. I mean, we got to use this lamp. It's my favorite lamp in the game. It's so good. The one from Cats and Dogs. It's just the lampiest lamp. And then what about here? I don't know. I feel like there needs to be a little table right here, even though it's not really going to like fit the best, but maybe if I just put it like diagonally like that, and then maybe this swatch or maybe, ooh, that swatch is fun. I like mismatching the wood tones anymore. I used to like be really much so a stickler about matching wood tones. Everything had to go together perfectly. But for some reason anymore, I just don't really want to do that. I guess it's because it's really limiting to what items that you can use. Oh, I like this lamp. I'm kind of building off of vibes too, y'all. Like, let's be real. I'm just kind of going through the catalog and I'm seeing like, okay, what would Nola and the kids like? What kind of vibes are they into? What looks like they would be something that they would pick out essentially? That's actually a really big tip that I'll give y'all for, you know, building is honestly, if you build for some Sims, then you're able to kind of like develop a story around those Sims, right? At least a little bit. And then you can be like, okay, well, what's their vibe? What's their, you know, interests? You know, do they like books? Do they like video games? Would they like a lot of bright colors, a lot of dark colors? Ooh, this is cute. Some like family photos here. I feel like maybe one of these can be the kids. Oh, that one's such a cute one. I like this better though, just because the green kind of works. That's kind of cute. Maybe that is like either one of them or maybe it's a grandchild. Who knows? I think a nice big plant right here too. And honestly, I'm not really super like focused on designing like a nice designer space, you know. I never worry about that with my builds because honestly it's more about the feeling that I get whenever I'm building. I'm like, if does that look good? Does that feel nice? Does it look like if I stepped into this space, would it look good? Which, to answer that question, yes, I don't like these blinds. These are just not the right style. I feel like this isn't right. I would want like a real curtain. I mean, these are really, really pretty. These are from Paranormal, but I just don't think the colors would look that good. I think out of all of them, I would really just want something simple. Like these are the legendary curtains. They are from the Modern Luxe kit. I think those would be the best because they are just super, super simple. There is a brown swatch that looks very good. You know me, I love the color brown. Okay, I love brown. It's just so nice and easy to work with. Putting curtains on these apartment walls though, y'all, is like impossible. Like I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. I think you have to really like be careful with where you place them. So the corner windows are going to be kind of covered up, which is unfortunate, but that's just the only way I can get them to like sit right and everything, but it's fine. It's all right. It's all good. And I do have a mod link in the description that is for a mod by Ravishing, I'm pretty sure. This mod will disable the snapping to windows that curtains normally do, so you can just kind of freely place them. You don't have to feel so restricted anymore, thankfully. And then I'm just going to get a curtain rod to put in the middle there. And there we go. There's a little bit of clipping right here, so I think I'm going to find a plant or something to cover that up. Because when in doubt, you put a plant and it's all good. Maybe we can like push this over and then just put this like right here. There we go. We don't really see it as much. I also did something recently with this apartment building that I thought I would share because I haven't really talked about it much. Basically, you can see that the windows are a little bit weirdly placed because on the exterior, they look like this. And like this room is not centered with the middle of the building. It's a little bit weird. It's like this apartment is one tile too wide. If it was right here where it was cut off, then this room would be perfectly centered. The windows could be placed properly, but they're not. So I used the tool mod to perfectly place these two windows just like this, because if I put like this window, like it would have been weird and awkward with a wall in between it. So, and also two more things. I used the tool mod to place down a rug in here. This is actually the fireplace like surround. It's the only one I could really find that looked like kind of a real life flooring. So I put it in here, and then I also put a an override in my game that just basically there is a bright blue paint. It's literally, I can't even show you because the override overrides it to make it look like this, which is another one that's found in the base game. It fixes that because it was just so bright. It was like a bright blue on this wall, and then concrete floor, nothing. So I was like, I have to do something about that. I added some new lights. I added a bench in here. I kind of want to add some more like decor and stuff, but I'm going to wait and do that later. Like I don't want to do it all at once because it might overload the game just a tiny little bit. This little corner right here is going to be where the kitchen is. And I think I'm going to use like this tiling here. Like ooh, the red is pretty. I was going to use this one actually. That red. Oh, yes. Kind of want to just do like this kind of setup. Does that look weird? That's a little too much. That's a little too much. I think what I'll do is, just to keep it from looking awkward, is I'll just do like a little corner moment like that. If you hit Control F on your keyboard, you can actually just get like a small little, tile instead of a full square tile. So I need to find some tiling for the wall here also. I low-key want to use something like this maybe, but just like, do we have like a dark orangey version? Does that look okay? I think it does, but I might change it later on. And then I'm just gonna go in with lots of warm tones, of course. There's this refrigerator, which I think is the most realistic looking refrigerator that is also modern, if that makes sense, because I feel like some of the stuff in the base and in the Sims 4 in general is just a little too, I don't know, it's a little bit too conceptual. I want something that looks like I could see it in real life. Or do I want to put this one? I feel like that looks way more realistic. And then I was going to place down just this cheap base game one. I liked this because it kind of has like a reddish tinge to it, and I really like that. So I'm going to place that down. Oh, I was going to put a little island here, so this tiling isn't going to look so awkward. I think I'm going to use just this one here, something really simple and small. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I think what I'll do is I'll use move objects to place it down to where it covers the edge just perfectly, so it kind of squares it off, keeps it its own thing. I think I'm going to move this chair like a little bit farther in because it feels weird here. I kind of want to add in a bookshelf too. I'm kind of all over the place with this build today too, y'all. I don't know. I've been doing a lot of things today, so it's just like I'm feeling chaotic. Ooh, do we want to use the basement treasures one though? I feel like Nola would not like that. She would just look at that and be like, "That's old. We need a new one." She was like, or she's gonna be like, "I need to fix it," you know? Ooh, this one from Life and Death is actually kind of fun. Like it low-key looks like maybe they thrifted it or found it at an estate sale. That's what they did. That's actually super cute, and like the colors kind of work together because I want them to be like a little bit of red, a little bit of like cherry wood brown, yellowy wood, like a nice mixture. And then how do I want to lay out the kitchen? I think I'm just going to keep it pretty simple and just do this stove right here. I don't want to use, I don't really know, maybe this one from Parenthood. And then for the sink, we're just going to use, you know, a normal sink. I kind of want to do like this one though. I don't know. I feel like that doesn't really look that good. Oh, but that's kind of a fun color. I know it's kind of ridiculous, and you know, this is an apartment, and I kind of like being realistic with my apartments to a degree, but I'm almost treating the apartments that came with city living nowadays as more like condos, as like nicer, like you own the apartment vibes, at least some of them, just because I feel like now that we can build our own apartments, then we can kind of do whatever we want with these now. So I'm gonna put in some of these. Do I want to like get experimental with these? I don't know. Maybe. I kind of like doing like different heights for the cabinets. It's really, really fun to do that just because, like, you know, we're so used to seeing the cabinets placed a certain way. Like having this cabinet like one little bit higher is actually kind of fun and realistic. But, you know, let me know if that's a little bit ridiculous in the comments. Feel free to use the word diabolical because I've been using that one so much lately. Let's see. Do I want to use these little curtains from Growing Together? I don't know. I don't really like them that much. These from the Bistro kit are kind of nice. Ooh, they're kind of pretty. I just randomly remembered an apartment that I really, really want to recreate, or at least pull inspiration from. I don't know if any of you all know this movie either, but you know, the likelihood is there. So I don't know why I'm saying it would be ridiculous, but there is a movie from the 80s called Jumpin' Jack Flash with Whoopi Goldberg, and it is very unique. It's a very interesting movie to watch, but her apartment in that movie, I don't know why, but it was such a vibe. Like it was a tiny little studio apartment in New York, and there was just something about it that really spoke to me. Ooh, let's put some appliances in here. Should I put a blender? We did recently just get a blender, so I feel like that would be really fun to put in. And that color matches really, really well. And let's see, there's also a rice cooker I wanted to put in here too. Yeah, that's cute. I like that amount of stuff. And then maybe a couple little bar stools. Ooh, these ones from Lovestruck honestly come in clutch. Honestly, they have such a nice color variety. And I low-key just want to use this swatch. It's just so good. It works so well with everything. Okay, I want to put like a nice like archway here and then like some wall decor possibly. I think maybe just this one. I feel like that one is just like the most like normal looking archway. I feel like that would look good. And then right here, I'm going to put a bookshelf, I believe. I really wanted to use like one of these because there's this right here. Ooh, isn't that so cool? It's from Crystal Creations and like, ooh, I like that. I was going to use this really, really rich, warm one. I don't know. That looks like it works better with the flooring, but this one stands out more, which might be what I want. I'm also realizing that these chairs might not be the style that I'm interested in. Like I low-key want to use these ones from Growing Together. I like this color. Ooh, that looks so good. I love that actually. And then I think I am going to put a rug underneath the table here because it feels weird without there being a rug here. This one from Laundry Day is super, super pretty. I've been really liking warm tones, obviously, as if you can't tell. I've been loving the warm tones just because, you know, it's autumn. It just feels right. I'm also going to put a curtain over here as well. We'll just do that. It's kind of weird, but it's an apartment, so it makes sense that there would be a weirdly placed window sometimes. You know, maybe the story is that this apartment used to be like something different and they turned it into apartments. So everything, there's like some kind of weird quirks about it that, you know, you're just like, what the heck is this? You know, I really want to implement some like paintings and such that just are different and new. I really like this one. It's so pretty. It's one of my favorite things. It's from the base game too. And honestly, it just fits so well right there. I think we do need a lamp here just to kind of light the space up a bit. Do we want to use this one? Ooh, I do. Ooh, what about this plant too? Oh, it doesn't really work. Ooh, we got to use this plant. Even though it does have a weird shader glitch, it looks so good there. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I'm kind of second guessing myself today. Ooh, this plant. It's from Paranormal. That's perfect. I mean, oh my gosh, yes, the wood tone on it is beautiful. And then we do need some kind of like centerpiece or something, and maybe something right here. Ooh, I know what we should put. We should put a grandfather clock. Maybe not this one. That's kind of a little bit crazy. Do I like that one? No. Oh, well, maybe that one is the one to use. It's so fun and quirky. The green is kind of a moment, actually. Do we like that? I think we do. All right, and then I think we do need some like decor here. Probably just like some kitchen decor on the wall. Also, maybe some on top of the cabinets here because I do have a mod, which is again linked in the description, that just adds slots on top of the cabinets. It also adds more on top of the cabinet like counters, but it's really good to have something like that. I'm always on the lookout for mods that add in capabilities into the game without like making it like custom content or anything, which, you know, I've been tempted by some CC recently. And, you know, I just don't use custom content in my builds because it can be a little overwhelming to have custom content. And, you know, sometimes they break, sometimes things don't keep up. And as a creator, it's kind of hard to do that and try to keep up with all of the nonsense. So I kind of want to put the blender away because we need more counter space. Can we put this? We can put it on the counter there. Sure. We'll just do that because I needed a little coffee section there. But yeah, there's a new set that Sibylette is coming out with later this month. And it's literally been something that I've been desperately needing in this game so bad. But I'm like, I gotta resist because unless y'all want some custom content videos, but I'm gonna be honest with you, you know, I have a hard time with them sometimes. So I think I'm gonna put some like dried, like flowery thingies there. And I think something I definitely want to add is the aprons right here. This is the perfect little item right here. Just some aprons. I kind of want to do, there's not really any good colors. I kind of like the red and the green, even though it's kind of Christmassy. It kind of works. Ooh, maybe we should put a phone. I feel like that looks so realistic to have like a house phone like right there. That's so fun. And now I think I would like to add some more clutter in the kitchen, of course. And I also need to add in some knife blocks. I feel like a knife block would be perfect. I'm literally just going to search up knife. We've got a few, but I kind of want to use this one from the base game just because it looks like it matches that really, really well. That looks really good. I feel kind of satisfied with the amount of clutter in here. I am going to add in a hand soap at the kitchen though, for sure. Oh, hold on. Actually, there is an item that we got with the kitchen clutter kit, and it's literally a sink side essentials. And can we appreciate how stinking cute that is? I love it so much. It's so perfect. It fits so well. We're going to use that. And then, oh, we need a rug for the kitchen, of course. What am I doing? Look at me jumping the gun. I was like, oop, I'm done. No, I'm not. I'm trying to use rugs that I don't use all the time. Adventure Awaits came out with a little rug that, you know, it's definitely not going to be working with this swatch, but like there is a swatch here that I really, really like a lot. And I kind of think that works. It's not like the exact vibe that I want, but it's what I need. All right, I'm going to go in and I'm just going to add in some boob lights or something. I don't know. I feel like I need to try to use some different ones, but there's just something about the boob lights that are so good. Yeah, it's just too perfect of a light. I'm just going to put it like centered over each little kind of zone there. Oh, that's so much better. And then we should add some stuff on the top of the cabinets too, just like some books and some clutter and stuff, so that they definitely have to use a ladder to get to. But you know, it's for the vibes. It's for the visual appeal, you know. It's so simple and easy to add stuff. Isn't that so neat? Like, oh my goodness. Yes, there's a vase up here. That's very, very pretty. And of course, I'm going to add my favorite plant in the entire game, Phil the Thrillodendron. No, it doesn't look that good. Oh dear. That's such a shame. Well, I'm going to see if I can place it down. That looks really, really cute. I at least wanted it above the sink. And then let's see, what are some other like books and nonsense that we can add in here? You know, just random things. It doesn't have to make sense really, as long as it looks like it could be in the kitchen. Ooh, this item's really good. It came with City Living and it kind of makes sense. You know, just some decorative books. Can we find a light up here? That would be a little bit ridiculous if we could put a light up here. We can. Isn't it kind of stupid? I think it is, but it lights it up very nicely. And then maybe we can just add some paintings up here as well, just to make it look like they're kind of propped up against the wall instead of like secured or anything. Ooh, like this. That's giving like that Friends poster. You know what I'm talking about. That one in Monica's apartment that was like a French poster or something. Was there a joke in the series that said that she didn't know what it meant at all? So, but she still thought it was nice. I don't know. I kind of like that kind of vibe there. But yeah, there is that. Oh, I didn't add in a little centerpiece here. I need to add at least a candle or something. Maybe this one. I don't know. It's kind of funky looking. I think it fits the vibes pretty well. For some reason, the like spininess of this, or whatever you want to call it, it's like it's a white lily. Like that flower petally vibe kind of weirdly looks good with like this because it's just like a texture. I don't know. All right, there is the living room and kitchen space. I don't really know if that really works, but I think it's really pretty. I think it's really fun. Okay, we got to move on to this little hallway area. We're just going to use the same flooring as in the living room and stuff. That looks really, really nice. It's just from the base game, but I think it looks really good actually. And then I was going to add in a desk right here. I think that might be too much for the hallway. And plus, I'm going to try to put desks in their bedrooms. So maybe I just won't put that there. And instead, I'll just put like some kind of like maybe dresser. Probably like that can act as like, they hang their coats up or something. Maybe not a dresser, but like a closet armoire kind of situation. I kind of really like this one from Businesses and Hobbies. I have not really used it before, but it's so simple, but it's very cute. And if you're new to my channel, I really, really do like placing the items down before I even think about wallpapers and flooring for the most part, just because I feel like if I place down an item, sometimes it makes me want to change the wallpaper, so I just kind of start with the items then. This purpley rug is kind of fun. I don't know if that makes sense to be putting right there, but I think it looks cute. And then let's look up like something for shoes. Why don't we just put one of these in here after all? It's from the base game, but it actually kind of works pretty well. And then maybe, actually instead, hold on. I think what I'm going to put here for the shoes is I'm actually going to find a accent table that has like some space underneath it. So maybe if I put that there, and then I can put like something smaller, preferably. I mean, this one kind of fits, but it doesn't really look that good. That's the problem. Of course, we've got to use this one. This is my favorite little hallway table. Ooh, and that color is so good. That fits really well. And then we can just put some shoes underneath that. Possibly. I definitely want to use these from the Grange Mudroom set because they're just cute. They're just neat. I really like them. I'm going to do the ones in red because this guy here, Chandler, he likes red. So those are his shoes, I guess. And then we'll just put like a couple more here, just scattered. He has really big feet maybe. Yeah, that's really cute. And that's definitely a vibe. I wanted this to feel kind of realistic too. It doesn't have to look, neat and tidy and perfect. And then let's see, for the lighting, I would definitely want to include a little lamp. This one from the High School Years pack is very cute. Oh, I like the red too. And then we need a plant and a little decorative item kind of thing. Ooh, that looks kind of nice. Right there in the middle. I don't know. I never really use this plant, even though it's so stinking cute. I really like that for some reason. Or maybe the orange, like the terracotta would look cuter. And then I'm just going to look at which kit? Is it the Everyday Clutter kit? Wow, it's crazy how long it's been since we've gotten that in comparison to the other kits. But I think I'm just going to put I want to maybe put like this here, or I don't know. I feel like that's kind of out of place. Maybe I can put it in the floor here. This is where Ashlin keeps her stuff. Maybe we'll just put like a couple things there. And then I really want to put this like phone and keys there with maybe some like glasses and maybe a water bottle too. Like they left it there. I kind of want it to feel a little bit cluttered and realistic there. That looks cute. Quite like that. I feel like this is kind of sticking out in the wall though. That's kind of strange. So maybe I'll just put it like in the floor here. I do need to pick out the doors for the bedrooms and the bathroom here. I think I'm just going to go with these from Seasons. I really liked these, or I really like them, not liked, like them. They're really, really cute. They are just really simple, kind of clean. They're modern without being like modern, they're very clean and simple, but okay, that room is looking pretty good. I do want to add a mirror right here because I think having a mirror in like an entry room is so good just because it makes sense. You want to be able to look at yourself before you leave just in case, you know, maybe you need to check your hair, stuff like that. That looks really, really good. And then for the wallpaper, I have no idea, to be honest with you. I could just use the same one as in here, but I kind of don't want to do that. I kind of like maybe mixing it up. Why is this one from Realm of Magic so cute? I think it's because it has that warm wood tone right there, and that's just really speaking to me. I also want to put a bookshelf here, just to fill that little gap, that little area there. Maybe I can do another one of these, like just like right there roughly. I feel like that looks so nice. Like maybe they had two. And then I definitely want to add in some art in here. I'm so sorry for this camera angle. It's weird because if I lower the camera angle down to like half up, half down, it just lowers all these walls. But if I have them all the way up, it's really hard to see in. So it's kind of a little bit tricky sometimes. I think I definitely want this painting in here somewhere. I think it looks really cute. It's one of my favorites. I think I'm just going to put it in the hallway like right there. And then maybe right here can just be another like little, I don't know, painting. Ooh, this one's kind of fun. I don't know. It kind of matches the colors, but also it's just really ornate looking. And then maybe another rug in here too. You can never have too many rugs. Okay. Doesn't matter what they say. Doesn't matter what anybody says. You can never have too many. I think I'm just going to use the one from the base game. And that one, you know what I'm talking about. It's this green one right here. I feel like that one's just going to look so good there. We'll shrink it down just so that it doesn't like get in the way of this space. And then I think that's really all I want in here. I think I'm just going to go ahead and add in some a boob light here and a boob light there. What do we think? I think it looks okay. I don't think I like the wallpaper now, to be honest. I low-key just want to, honestly, the Grange Mudroom wallpapers might be really nice, but I really honestly just want something that the trim will feel right. Do I like that? Kind of, actually. I think that looks really good. It matches this sort of, but not really. It's its own thing. I also think too, we should put a curtain over the archway just because I feel like that would help really like, I don't know, add in some color, but also it would be fun on both sides as well to just add in some like life. I feel like that makes the walls feel weirdly cut off though. The thing about like tall wall heights is you don't want to have really short curtains because then it kind of cuts off the wall kind of awkwardly and it just looks weird. One thing that I'm not liking is this door is white and I feel like it just kind of sticks out awkwardly. So what I'm gonna do is this is a little trick I'm gonna show y'all. So basically just get your tool mod. If you have the tool mod installed, you can use it in build mode. If you have Better Build By as well, but you just hit Shift T and it opens up the little menu. You can click something and then it turns it green and then you can click anywhere else and then it places that down. What I'm gonna do is I close the tool mod. It still is active, but I just hit the design tool. I change this door to the color that I want. I kind of want this like lighter wood tone. That looks really cute, doesn't it? I open the tool mod back up and the tool mod almost has its own set of undo, essentially meaning that if I hit undo and the tool mod menu is open, then what I did last with the tool mod will be undid. So I just moved that door out of the way. And so if I hit undo, it moves it back. And so I just click it again to like deactivate it and then boom, look at that. I changed the color of the door that was already there. It still looks good on the outside, but it also looks good on the inside. So definitely a little tip if you're looking for some little build tips with the tool mod. I am full of them. I think I want to go into this one more time because I want to place down some items on top of this cabinet right here. And I'm just going to use the OMSB shelf because I don't think there's any slots on this, which actually I would prefer because then I can use this a little bit easier. Let's see. So I'm going to put some books here. Ooh, this little fan from the Adventure Awaits kit is kind of cute right there. And then how about some more books or something? I feel like this would look funny up here. I don't know why. Just some old plant that nobody likes. Okay, that's kind of a vibe, kind of cute. Let's move on to the bathroom though. I think the bathroom furniture is going to be pretty simple. I mean, it's a bathroom. What do you expect? But I'm literally just going to use the most normal toilets. just this one right here. And then I think we'll put a sink. I'm going to put it on a counter actually so that it looks a little bit more realistic. I'm going to use this one, I'm pretty sure, or maybe I think this one would look good. And I'm actually kind of thinking of putting it here maybe. What if I did like the toilet in the middle, which is kind of weird, honestly. And then I would like to put like a full-on shower tub combo. Look at me, I said that right the first time. I really like that swatch. It's so full of life. Is it weird to put the toilet like right there? I don't know. I just feel like that is very usable, but also at the same time, it's like, does that even look good? Not really. We'll just put a normal little sink here, and then I can put in some little bits and bobs. We can put some curtains, some candles right here. This tray of like bathroom essentials would be kind of cute in here. I don't know which swatch though. Kind of like that one because the gold base just looks really good. And then maybe just some like a little bar of soap here, and then like a little think of hand soap. Ooh, I think the toothbrushes like that should go there, but also I would want a little electric toothbrush maybe somewhere. I think I'm going to get rid of these candles. We're just going to do that. Yeah. And then maybe like this little comb set here. We'll just kind of put it right there. Some like lotions. Like I don't want it to look super neat either because it's a home, I want it to feel a little bit realistic. Yeah, that's very cute actually. And also the more things you put on that counter, the less likely that your Sims are going to use it for preparing food, hopefully. But then again, you never know. I don't know, I really want to use this rug. Ooh, that's very cute. This is from Parenthood, and it's just like a nice little bathroom mat. And then I'll put this here for realism because I think that is very nice. I don't know if people like that or not, but I kind of want to flip this and put it like right here, put this like right here instead. That's a lot of rugs, is it not? Maybe we should move this over. Again, I don't know if this is a good layout for an apartment like bathroom, but hey, it's functional. And then we'll put like the toilet paper maybe on like this side. We'll put like an extra roll or two there. And then maybe like a candle can go on the back of the toilet. Maybe that's not exactly safe, but at the same time, it's like, why not? It's for the vibes though, right? Maybe just a little candle like that. Having a candle in the bathroom is probably not a bad idea, especially, there's no ventilation in here. So, there's no windows, so they might need it. Should I put like a full mirror like this? Should I just do something small? I kind of just want something pretty normal looking. Like this one is like such a simple mirror, but I think it works really well because then next to it, I can probably put like maybe this is like a medicine cabinet. Ooh, I definitely want to include this somewhere. Oh, I don't know. I mean, maybe I can just put it out here in the hallway. I feel like that works pretty well. It's just this little like vanity thing. What is it called? It's an organizer. It's like a cabinet for the bathroom. And then I guess I can put some towels on like a shelf or something above the toilet. I don't know if that's a good spot, but hey. Ooh, and I definitely also want to include some like a towel rack on the wall too. I feel like that would be very, very essential. Maybe that looks okay. It's a little high. I feel like that's a little bit of a fire hazard, but again, it's The Sims, so I'm not really going to worry about it too much. I think I'm just going to put this towel right there. And then honestly, instead of this one, I kind of want to put this one just because it's a little different. We can even do like a dark brown swatch or like, I kind of like the yellow, weirdly enough. It's kind of a moment. And then for the wallpaper, I think I'm just going to find something kind of boring, to be honest. I feel like this one looks good. It's an apartment, so I'm not trying to like add too much personality either. Well, I mean, I've already kind of done that, but I want it to still feel like it's been an apartment, I think I'll just do this really simple tiling in here, nothing too crazy. I like that. We should add a plunger. Kind of need that for a bathroom. And now we'll go ahead and we'll add in a little boob light here, and then we can move on to the bedrooms. So we're just going to start with this bedroom here. This is Ashlin's bedroom. Now there's not really a whole lot of space in these bedrooms here, but I still think we can do something. I really want to use this bed. I haven't used this bed in so long. I feel like this swatch would look really good in here. And then for a nightstand, I don't really know what to use. I want something kind of small. I feel like this one from Dream Home Decorator would look kind of good. It's because there's like that really dark wood tone and it's kind of a lower table, which I feel like some of the tables in The Sims 4 are so tall and big to be like nightstands. And then for a light, kind of like this one. I don't know if I like that though. It seems a little too, I don't know, something that I can't really describe. This one's not that much different, but it is better. And then I need to add in 2 more things into this room. I'd like to add in a desk because, you know, giving her a little personal desk would be nice. This one from Businesses and Hobbies is kind of perfect. It's small, but it's still actually got like a lot of space on it. And I really like this one. I think I'm gonna go with that wood tone. That's really good. But then I want a dresser or something in here. It doesn't even have to be that big. I mean, I can even use this from the Tiny Living pack. Ooh, and it would still look really good in here. Maybe we should put that right here. Yes. And then maybe we can put like a hamper or something there. Obviously, it's not going to be a functional one. It's just going to be this one. I'm going to do this lighter color, actually. I feel like that would look really good. Oh, that's so cute. And then we'll give her just like a little laptop. I don't really know what kind of laptop. Oh, we got one with Businesses and Hobbies that has like some nice colors. So I definitely want to use that. I kind of like the yellow. That's kind of cute. And then for the chair, probably just going to use the one from high school years. I use it all the time, but it's such a cute chair. It's this one right here. It's like kind of vintage, but like it's just so good. Like, oh my gosh, there's a red swatch that looks really good in here, actually. All right, I think we've managed to fit quite a bit in this little bedroom. I think I can even put maybe a bookshelf on the wall here. Oh my gosh, yes, we can. I don't know if it'll be that functional, to be honest, but we can even put in like this one. Ooh, that's kind of cute. I feel like it's kind of weird there being a gap over here though. So what if we did a little bit of a flip flop a Rooney? You know, we'll just do maybe like this. Is that weird? Is that awkward? Is that too much? I don't know. I don't think it is. I think it kind of works. What do we want to put here? Maybe some kind of hobby or something. Maybe she paints. I don't really see her painting, to be honest. Ooh, I wish you could actually add in these yoga mats rolled up like this, and then you could have put them in your Sims inventory, take them back out, because that would be so perfect. She's into yoga, and I feel like I didn't even think about that because she would be doing yoga. Let's try to implement this into this room because maybe we can even put in this bookshelf right over here in the corner possibly. I feel like that looks weird. I don't know. I'm not liking the bookshelf. We'll just get rid of it and then we can put this back where it was. It does not fit. Like it does, but it just barely fits. How about, since I literally have the Sims right here, I'm going to see if she can use this. Why don't you come over here and practice yoga? Oh, she might be able to use it. And it looks like she can. Look at that. How you doing, Ashlin? She is killing it already. Look at that. She can use it. So I'm just going to put her back right over here. So that, oh no, Chandler, I'm so sorry, you beautiful, attractive man. Actually, you know what? He can watch TV. Yeah, he can watch TV. Sure. I'm done with this space, so he can hang out in there. He already likes it. Oh, it looks so good. I love it. But anyways, let's see. We're just going to go back into her room and then add some more decor and stuff. I want like a nice little kind of officey lamp, but maybe she doesn't need that because she has a lamp right here. So yeah, we'll just add in some like little bits of clutter unless we do flip this around. Oh, I feel like that fits so much nicer because then she'll have more room to move around for her yoga. Yeah, that's honestly so perfect. It just barely fits in there, but it does do something, which is awesome. Is there anything I want to put here? I think we can probably fit like a table here or something. Anything to put the like a TV or something on maybe. Oh, this would be such a pretty hallway table. Oh my goodness, it's kind of perfect right there. You know what? We'll come back to that. You know, this table weirdly kind of works. I might get rid of this hamper just for the lack of space and the fact that it doesn't do anything. I will put this here and see. Ooh, that's kind of a pretty color. I don't know. I kind of like it. It kind of does something for me. And then maybe she puts like a TV in here. We'll just put it like on the side here. We'll use move objects, of course, to do like a little bit of a tilt here. Maybe she also does like video games. Maybe that's one thing that her and Michael Batchelor, you know, were into together and then she just kind of picked it up. I would love to add in a record player, but I don't know. Oh, we can put it there. That's such a good spot for it. And then maybe we can, I don't know if it's under the crate, like search category. Let's look up record. Perfect. A little crate of records could go right here. Yeah, there we go. I'm just not realizing though, I definitely want to use that item in here because Chandler is into music. Maybe she also does like music, maybe that's something they share. They are our family after all. And let's see. Let's find some other little things we can use to personalize this space. Ooh, this little like poster, like print. Ooh, that's kind of cute. Maybe it's got like an inspirational thing on it. And then maybe this as well. Maybe she works in a spa or something like that. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I definitely want to use this in his room for some reason. I want him to be like a ladies' man, And then maybe something like this as well. I feel like this looks really, really pretty. Ooh, that looks so pretty. And then we got to find some curtains. I mean, we do have these. Ooh, wait, these kind of do look really pretty. They're a little bit more of a cool tone, but I like it. Okay, the flooring is obviously going to just be the cherry wood, but the walls, I don't really know what kind of wallpaper I would want in here because I don't want anything too crazy because we already have a lot of like colors like reds and oranges and stuff. But at the same time, I don't know. I feel like if I put something plain, it would be not enough. I think I am going to go with something kind of plain, just something simple. I mean, I low-key just want to use this one again. I don't know. It just looks good and it's just kind of cozy feeling. I do love that a lot, actually. It looks really good. And then we can properly decorate over here too. So I need to do that. I keep forgetting. There's still more stuff I could add in here. I need like a little lamp for her desk now that I moved it away from her nightstand. I feel like this is kind of fun. It's red, but it has like a little bit of an orangey tone to it. I kind of like that. I normally am not the biggest fan of red, to be perfectly honest. I just can't really find good uses for it, but for some reason, it's kind of working for me in this space. Ooh, these magazines would be really cute just on the desk. That's kind of fun, actually. And then I do want that little pencil cup from the base game specifically. It's like that newish, like square one. When I say new, I don't mean it is actually new. It's just, it came in a patch. I think that one looks good. Yeah, that looks kind of nice. Something needs to go here, but I'm afraid it'll get in the way of the yoga mat. So maybe I shouldn't put like any kind of furniture, but maybe just some like art. Ooh, or better yet, a mirror. A mirror would go perfectly in here. I mean, this one's kind of fun, but I want something that like, it's like a full length mirror too. That one is kind of iconic. It fills in the space too. We will player test it one more time, just to make sure that it actually works. Because other than that, I feel like it should be all good. I think I want to put another one of these here, but do like a different thing for it. Ooh, I kind of like this one. Maybe it has like words of affirmation on it or something. Maybe a little clock would kind of look cute. Maybe not like a little clock, but a big clock, or some kind of clock that, fills in the space. We don't get a lot of clocks in this game, do we? I don't know. I feel like in this day and age, clocks are not like a thing you see. Like maybe they are, but people use their phones so much that it's like, well, what's the point of having a clock when we literally have it right here on our phones? Which I guess you could say the same about a lot of things. I don't know why, but I really like these little hearts. They're very cute. And I kind of like the rainbow ones. I don't know. Maybe not the rainbow. Ooh, that's pretty. I kind of do like that. Okay, it's not the best room, but I feel like it is pretty realistic, to be honest. Like that feels like a realistic bedroom to me. It's pretty simply laid out. But now we got to move on to the second bedroom. This one is Chandler's. I really want to give him, I don't remember which bed it is, because I low-key wanted to give him this bed initially. I feel like this is really good, but ooh, that is kind of a vibe. Kind of do like that. But at the same time, it looks like there's not a sheet on that mattress, and I don't think that would be him. I can't stand that. Ooh, this bed right here is perfect. It's from Growing Together, I think. Oh, that's pretty. Because I want him to really like the color red. I want the tiny living nightstand. I just just realized I haven't used that in such a long time. It's very cute. It's this one right here. Look how cute. It fits so perfectly there too. Especially since this is like a tiny apartment. These are going to come in such handy. We're also going to use, I think we're going to use this one instead of the smaller one. And then maybe right here we can put a desk. And then I'm going to give him like kind of a nicer computer just because I feel like maybe he does music on it or something. And then I am going to put in, before I forget, a guitar. I want this one specifically because that looks so good, doesn't it? What kind of chair did I want to use? I have no idea. Maybe this one? Ooh, this one's real cute. It's from Life and Death. It fits really well. The colors work pretty good together. Okay. And then I do want to give him a TV too. I feel like having a TV in the bedroom is really nice because you can just, oh, at least for me, I fall asleep to the TV on. I'm that kind of person. I just can't sleep in silence. We even have a fan on. That's how wild it is. I have a fan and the TV on every single night, and I cannot sleep without both of them on. Because if it's pure quiet, it's like I'm just wide awake and so like aware of every tiny little sound, even if it's literally the wind. Ooh, I really love these candles from Movie Hangout. Does that suit him? I'm going to say yeah. It's probably a lot to have that many candles near your bed, but it's very pretty. It's very romantic. Even though he literally lives with his mom and sister, I don't know if he's going to have people over. Maybe they're really supportive. They're like, yeah, invite the girl over or the guy over or whoever. Why do I kind of like these curtains? It actually kind of works. I never use that swatch. Okay, that's looking kind of good. I feel like a rug would really help tie it all in really well. And oh, he needs something to play music on. Maybe he doesn't have a TV in his room. Maybe he has to have a radio. There is another record, the same record player that his sister has, but I don't know. I don't really want it to match, but this won't fit. Ooh, maybe I should include this in the living room somewhere. Ooh, where can I put this? Could I put it right here and it be weird? It's a little bit weird, but I feel like I would do this in real life. Sure. You know what? Why not? It's The Sims. We can do whatever we want. And then I'll put this in his room. And then this can go somewhere. Maybe like right here in the corner. I'm not sure. They both need to have their own records. Okay. I'm just going to put 2 in here since he's the music guy. Yeah, these rooms are a little impractical in the size, but at the same time, it's like, you know what? It's fine. Maybe we'll just find another little accent table to put right here. Maybe even this one. Visually, it kind of clips into the bed, but we can just pretend it doesn't. And then maybe we can even put the radio. Actually, no, we can put the TV here. Yeah, just like in the other room. Maybe he has a big TV. Maybe he's got this big TV in here. He loves TV, sure. I feel like that fills out the room really nicely. I do want to add in a rug too, for sure, because I didn't get to in the other bedroom. This rug is really nice, but I already used it once. But I really, really, really like it. It's super pretty. Maybe not that one, but maybe there is another one that came with Snowy Escape that's smaller that is really pretty. Maybe he just has that in here because it's such a small room. Ooh, that kind of isn't bad. Let me put the floor in here, like I'm supposed to. Maybe the wallpaper is the same in here. They're both same, but like you can see that these two are super, super similar, but they're very different at the same time. So I do think I want to, go stereotypical, I guess, and add in some dirty clothes in here too. Just because it just adds to it. And you know what? Let's just say to heck with stereotypes. We'll put some dirty clothes in there. They both have dirty clothes and it bugs their mom or something. Totally off topic, but and super late into the video for me to be bringing it up. But I have some new settings, some new filters that I put onto my microphone. If you think it sounds good, let me know in the comments. To be honest, I don't know. I think it sounds good to my ears, but just so that I'm not like, speaking into a vacuum or whatever it's supposed to be said. I like that. That's cute. Oh, it's like a little kiwi. Wait, is that a reference? I like that. Okay, that's cute. All right. And then I think, I had this here too. I think I want this like gaming one. That's kind of fun. And is there there is a poster that came with high school years. Maybe he's a little too old to have posters up in his room. You know what? I think I'm gonna say that he feels like posters are a little too young, because he's an adult sim. He's not a young adult, he's an adult. So he's a little older. I'm excited to play with these Sims. Like I'm so excited because I'm actually gonna try to play with them and get some more like gameplay. I want to kind of make sure their skills are in the right place to be like realistic or something. Ooh, this one's kind of fun. Sure, maybe it's his favorite movie or something. I don't know. But yeah, let's add in the boob light. And yeah, I can add in some like skills and stuff for these Sims. And honestly, they do have custom content, but if you all do want to upload or download them, they aren't like a lot of CC. It's mainly just skin. I don't really use like a lot of clothing and stuff, except for a few. But all right, let's work on the last room. This is the last bedroom. It is Nola's room. The bed that I want to use is this absolutely gorgeous bed from Life and Death. It is such a nice bed. And I think it was going to be this swatch. Isn't that so pretty? They all really like reds and oranges and like warm, like burgundies and like browns, but they're all a little different, I like that. For the bedside tables, I'm gonna try to like mismatch them a little bit. I really like this one from the Crystal Creations pack, and then I think I want to use this one from Paranormal. I don't know. I just really like it because like look at this wood tone. Isn't that so pretty? That looks weird, actually. I feel like this one, it's like too big on this side. So maybe not that one. Maybe we'll use the one from Seasons. That's actually a lot better. Those are a lot more similar in size. Let's see, bedside lamp. Which one should I use? I don't know. What would Nola do? She went to a store and was like, I'm buying a bedside lamp. Ooh, I feel like she would like this one. Ooh, she would like two. That's super cute, actually. And then over here is going to just be a big, like, closet-y kind of wardrobe. Let's see. Let me find one that really speaks to me, and it speaks Nola to me. Ooh, this one's kind of pretty. Ooh, that one's really pretty, actually. It's kind of newish looking, but I feel like it works. And then we need to find a nice rug for her room. I don't know. I feel like I just want to go really simple, but I kind of something a little bit more complex, Ooh, this purple one. It's really pretty. I don't know if that really works, but I mean, I'm going to say it does. Do I want to give her a desk too? I think they all have desks in their bedroom, but her. So, ooh, this one from Love Struck, but it's kind of tight in here. I mean, I could always get rid of one of the nightstands, but I feel like she wouldn't like that. Maybe the story is that she likes having the bed out like that because it just feels wrong to have her bed up against the wall because that just means that she's single. Wow, I got really deep into that. That's kind of sad to hear. But we'll put the desk over here instead. Ooh, it fits really nicely in this little corner, and it matches the rug really well too. But yeah, we'll give her like this kind of computer maybe. Maybe not the white. The black looks better. No, I don't like that. Let's give her this one. She deserves a really cute, nice one. We'll do another red one. Yeah, that's very nice. And then for a desk chair, what kind of desk chair should I give her? Ooh, I low-key want to just give her this one again. The same one that her daughter has, but maybe not. Maybe we'll give her something else. Ooh, this one. Oh, that's super cute from Crystal Creations. I quite like that. It matches really well. I think I'm going to scooch everything over a notch just because I feel like I can, but also this will help add some more room over here and also just kind of make the space feel a little bit better. Let's add in a mirror as well. I don't really know. Ooh, I don't really like that. I want something that's kind of like a nice mirror, something, ooh, well, not really that one either. I'm trying to find a mirror that looks, I don't want it to be like a freestanding mirror. I want it to be on the wall, but we really don't have like a good selection. We have some good ones, but I want like a full body mirror for her. Is that kind of too much? Perhaps. Do I really like it? Yes. So we're going to place that down. And then let's find some nice wall art, of course. I'm really tempted to go into the gallery and find some paintings that people have made and start adding those into my game. Like I low-key want to just find a bunch, make my own room, fill it up with all of them, and then save that room myself so that I just have the ones I like. It's going to be kind of hard to do it in apartments, but I kind of want to start doing that. Should I place this in here? Ooh, that's so cute. This is one of my favorite items ever. It's just so pretty. I think Nola would like that too. She would love this one in particular. Like she thinks this is really cool. However, the pictures of the goths, probably not. That one's really pretty, but maybe not. Actually, I feel like if those items were separate, I would use them more, but I'm just trying to think of something that Nola would like look at and be like, yes, I want that in my room. I don't know. Maybe, maybe this or something. Ooh, this is very pretty, but this is in her daughter's room too. Maybe I should just put these in here. These like diplomas and stuff. Maybe she has a lot of rewards. Maybe a couple of these are her late husband's. Yeah, I can see that. And then maybe over here she has like a nice plant. Maybe it's a fake plant, because it's in her bedroom. She's like, I just want some greenery, but she doesn't want to take care of it. Or maybe she does. Maybe she's an icon. That's kind of cute. Let's add, well, let's pick out the flooring. I am so weird when it comes to building, y'all. I am so jumpy. I kind of want to use this one just because this is her bedroom and I feel like it would be a little nicer. And then let's just find some little clutter items for her desk. Now she's going to be pretty neat. Okay. She's got drawers. Everything is organized. She's very put together. And I think I want to use my favorite. Well, I have multiple lamps that I really, really like, but this one lamp that came with for rent is so good. Can we just talk about how beautiful this lamp is? It is the lampiest lamp, along with the other lamp in the living room, that tall like grandma lamp. This is also a very nice lampy lamp. It's so lampy. I just love it. And if you don't know what lampy means, it's just the most lamp, like you think in your head, if you have that, kind of like thought process, I guess, because some people can't think of images in their head, which is wild. But if you think of an item in your head, like the shape of it, the look of it, the texture, whatever, and you think of lamp, you think of that lamp. So it's the lampiest lamp. I hope you appreciated my description of that. And I hope that you took away something from that. Little stack of books there. That's super cute. Honestly, I kind of like how simple that is. Very, very cute. Maybe actually, hold on. Well, maybe we'll put the lamp like right here. We'll put the books next to it there. And then maybe we'll put, I don't know, I was going to put more portraits in here, but I don't know, this doesn't look right. This doesn't look like her kids. I wish we had these as custom paintings sometimes, but I would like something else right here. Ooh, this is really cute. I feel like that's very nice. Maybe that's like her mother or something there. And then maybe it's not going to be a neat little, what do you call it? Maybe it's not going to be a neat little desk. It's going to be a little chaotic. Maybe she has some makeup here too. Why not? I kind of do like that. And then behind the desk, we'll just put some more paintings. I don't know. I weirdly really like this from Paranormal. I think that's super pretty. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's very chaotic looking and I really like that. I think I'm going to just combine it with, this is actually my favorite way to like fill in that little gap there, put that painting there. And then we definitely need some curtains in here. I definitely want these curtains to be pretty like big. These are kind of nice. Ooh, what about, honestly, that's perfect. I think that's a really, really pretty setup there. All right. I think this apartment is done. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm honestly going to get rid of this table because it's a little bit too much for that hallway, but I really, really like this apartment. Do let me know in the comments down below if you enjoyed this little apartment build, and let me know if you want to keep seeing more of my save file builds. I have a playlist in the description where you can just click that there and you can see all of my builds that I've done for my forever save file. But yeah, leave your suggestions as well. I would really, really appreciate it. I also want to say a big, big thank you to my YouTube members, the Lavender Buds. A huge, huge thank you to you all for the support. I love you all so, so much. Thank you so much for your lovely comments and also your feedback too. You're really helping me out. But also just a big thank you to everyone for watching my video, of course. If you really enjoyed this video, you got to this part, make sure to hit the like button, leave any feedback, suggestions, or, whatever in the comments down below. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Also subscribe if you've gotten here already and you're not, like, come on, like, you might as well, you're not here. That's the end of the video. I mean, you might as well. I mean, if you liked it, anyways, but thank you all so, so very much for watching. Stay weird, and I'll speak to y'all next time. Bye, y'all.